Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you to keep your microphones on mute for the entire class. That way, if you put your Zoom on speaker view, I'm the only one you see in the screen. If you happen to want to see all the blocks, feel free to put yourself on gallery view. Good to see so many people here. Some people haven't seen in a while on here. So what we're going to do today, guys, is I've got a nice little 10 exercise circuit that we're going to go through 3 times. We're going to work for 45 seconds and we're going to recover for about 15 seconds. So it'll take us about 10, 11, maybe 12 minutes max to get through the entire work. And let's get started with a little warm up here. Just want you to alternate grabbing legs, pulling your knee into your chest. Make sure you feel your body weight leaning to one side. Point your toe to the ground. As you pull that knee in, feel that loosening up through your hips, through your quads, and just starting to get your blood flowing a little bit. We're going to switch this into a foot grab, so pull that leg behind you. Good. Just make some big forward circles with your arms. And take it backwards. And just hold your arms up at shoulder height with the elbows bent. Open up your feet wide. I want you to turn to one side like you're trying to pull the elbow way back behind you. Pivot off of that back foot so you get onto your toe. And just move it side to side. A little twisting, pushing through your torso. We're going to move right into our work, guys. First exercise, we're not going to grab any weights. Remember, the first time we run through the circuit, what we're really trying to do is continue to loosen up the body, learn some of the exercises we're going to be doing. Second and third sets, when we run through them, we really will want to pick up the intensity. First exercise, we're going to get into a squat position, feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. As you come up from your squat, squeeze the muscle in your butt and pull your leg back behind you. If you're ready, come on with me. Take your time with it. Find the muscles that you use for the exercise. Remember, big muscles in the front of your legs get you up and down. The muscles behind you are going to pull that leg back. We got about 15 seconds to go. Again, because today is our full body circuit with weights, I'm assuming everybody has them. If you don't, anytime I ask people to grab a weight, you just grab a towel, something in your house that makes the intensity just a little bit higher. Last one, grab the lightest way you can, come on down to your hands and knees. I'm gonna put that weight into your left hand. Kind of lean a little bit of the weight into the right side so you can have a nice clear path. We're gonna take that left arm straight out to the side. When you come down, don't let that hand hit the ground. Think about using a muscle in your upper back, behind your shoulder. Now I have my hand facing the back of me. You can also do it where your hand is facing your body as you go up. No right or wrong way, it just feels different. Whatever one works for you. Just focus on the muscles you're using. Last one. Now take that same weight, put it behind your knee of your left leg. You have to keep that knee bent to squeeze the weight, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Now take that left leg and we're gonna move into a donkey kick. So heel goes up to the ceiling, you're still holding that weight. Come on back down. Again, you come back down toward the floor, but you don't touch the floor. Now to keep some of that weight off of your hands, think about holding that weight through your core, your abs, and into that leg that is still on the ground. 15 seconds to go. And if you're not using a weight here, that's fine. You can try squeezing that towel behind your knee. Sometimes a book works well in this exercise. Last one. Good. Sit back quickly to a child's pose stretch. Take a nice deep breath. And we're going to come on up and change sides, starting with the shoulder first. So remember, all fours. Weight's going to be in your right hand now. And let's move straight out to the side. Ready? Let's go. Now, the wider you put your knees, the more balance you'll have in this exercise. The closer your knees are, the more you got to use your abs so your body doesn't lean too far. Find something that works for you and feels good. But again, don't forget about the muscle you're trying to recruit. Upper back, behind your right shoulder. 15 seconds. Last one. All right, drop that weight behind your right knee this time. Again, support through your hands, but more importantly, keep your core nice and strong. Ready? Let's go. Flex the foot. Keep the knee bent so that weight doesn't go anywhere. And push it up to the ceiling. Fifteen seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and put that weight off to the side. Turn over to your back. Hug your knees for a moment. Get a little stretch in your low back. Now keep your knees here, but let your hands go. Hands go out to the side. From here, extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Let your legs go away from you as far as you can go. Don't let them hit the floor. Then tuck your knees back in. Extend up, lower down, and tuck in. The closer you get them to the floor, the harder it is on your abs, but also the more possibility you have to affect your low back. So if you're feeling any discomfort or pain down there, just don't lower your legs quite as far. You can still do the rest of the technique of lowering, tucking, then extending back up. 10 seconds to go. Good, hug your knees, rock yourself back and forth, come on up to your feet. All right, guys, one of my favorite exercises. If you have balance issues, I want you to grab just one dumbbell so that free hand can be somewhere else where you can hold on to for balance. If your balance is good, get a light dumbbell in each hand. We're gonna step back with your right leg into a lunge. As we come up, lift that right leg back behind you. Come back tall, same leg. Step back, bend over. So this is technically a back lunge into a hip hinge. Again, if you're using one weight, it's gonna look like this, that free hand. As you bend over, touch something, that's gonna give you a little bit of balance, then come back. Give me one more. All right, remember what leg you did. I'm gonna give your legs a break for a second. Keep the weights in your hands. If you're only using one, get that matching one now. You need them in each hand. Bicep curl to a shoulder press. So curl, press. Keep your elbows tucked in, guys, particularly in your bicep curls. So where you curl, don't let your elbows go out. Keep your elbows in. When you go up, keep your elbows in as best you can. Last one right here. All right, let's go for that other leg now. So remember, it's a back lunge. When you come up from that lunge, you can tap that toe down just like this before you go into your hinge, but make sure your feet come all the way together before you start again. Ready? Let's go. Posture in your back is the most important thing here, guys. Whether you're in your lunge or in that hip hinge, keep your spine straight by keeping your abs tight, pivoting from your hips, not from any of your vertebrae in your low back. Doesn't matter how far you go down, matters how far you go down with good technique. Last one right here. Keep the weights in your hands. If you need to get something a little bit lighter, that's fine. We're gonna go right into double tricep kickbacks. So knee bent, forward posture with your back flat, elbows high. Let's go, pushing straight back. Hold, then release. If you have weights that are really heavy, do a few with the heavy weight, then drop the weight and just use body weight of your arms, squeezing. "15 seconds. Last one right here. Good, drop to the floor. I'm gonna face away from you so you can see what's gonna go on here. We're gonna do a little crunch, but as always, if crunches aren't your thing, do scissor kicks with your legs, outward or up and down, or give me another set of those leg raises. If you're with me, legs are up, feet apart, left hand behind your head, right hand. Just reach as high up as you can go in between your feet. Listen for my call, because we're going to change hands. Switch it on your next one. Four, three, two, one. Hug your knees, come on back up. I'm gonna grab one weight for this next exercise. If you wanna do this one without weight for the first one, that's fine. That one weight, I'm gonna hold underneath my chin, my feet, and get really wide into a plie squat. So I'm gonna drop down to a squat, low. As I come up, shift to one side into a lunge, glide over to the other side, come back to the center and stand. Drop deep, go right, glide over to the left, come center, and come tall. Remember, you can do this with no weight if you want. Work on your technique, and then grab that weight the second set. One more time, let's go. Deep, get right, get left, come center, and stand. Drop that weight, grab something moderate to light. We're gonna split this exercise sequence. First half, we're doing side shoulder raises. If sides don't work for you, you're gonna go front. Ready? Let's go. Out to the side. This is our last exercise, guys. Now keep working with me here. When I say switch, we're gonna bend over and turn this into a dumbbell row. Same body position you had for the triceps, except we're gonna pull up. Ready? Let's go. Bend. Now elbows to the ceiling, then weights to the floor. Pull up, stretch down. Two more. Good. Drop the weights. Round one, done. In the books. You got 1 minute break. Get some water. So again, first set kind of finishes your warm up. You learn the exercises. You did some with weight, some without. Now that we get into the second round, you know what's coming. Nothing's really going to change. Really bump up the intensity as we get there. So remember, first exercise is going to be the same thing, the squat with that butt squeeze going back. I'm going to grab weights, just rest them on my shoulders. The other option is to hold them down by your side, or if you want that one weight option, grab it and put it underneath your chin. 10 seconds to get started. Ready? Let's go. Squat, squeeze going back. We're alternating sides. Remember, when we lift that leg to go back, shift your body weight. Don't lean. This is a lean. I don't want you to do that. I want you to shift. So your shoulders stay parallel to the floor. So your body weight goes over that standing leg. Remember, this is the other option for holding the weights. Put them by your side. One more. Good, drop the weights. Get the lightest weight you have. We're gonna go back to that side shoulder raise. And guys, I'm really gonna give you a strong option here. You can start it and then take it to the lower option. Anybody guess? That's right, we're coming to a one arm plank. So get off of your knees if you wanna try. Weight goes out to the side. I'm not gonna make it the whole time here. This is really tough. So I'm gonna do as many as I can. Then I'm gonna drop to my knees and keep moving the shoulder. "15 seconds. I don't want my form to suffer too bad on that shoulder raise. So I'll drop my plank back down to my knees. Good, drop that weight behind your left knee now. And again, I'm gonna give you another option for intensity. Well, tell you what, let's just keep this one simple. Take that right hand, place on your lower back, and let's take that left leg, start donkey kicking. If you start losing your balance and dropping that shoulder down, put that hand back down on the floor. Try not to change the technique of the moving leg just because we added a balance component. If it takes you out of good form, put that hand back down. Remember, keep the foot flexed like you're trying to push your heel to the ceiling, not the toe. That way you ensure that you're getting your glutes in. 10 seconds. Good. Let's take it to the other side. Yep. Start it in a plank if you can. Drop down when and if you have to. Ready? Here we go. Off the knees if you're starting with me. Let's go. Fifteen seconds. Whew. Going back down to the knees. Last one. Good. Weight behind your knee. Take that left hand behind your low back if you want it. Here we go. Donkey kick to the ceiling. Fifteen seconds. Two more. Great job, guys. Drop the weight, turn over to your backside. Hug your knees as you do. So we're gonna do that knee tuck, leg raise combo. The only difference here for intensity is I'm gonna hold my head and shoulders off the ground the entire time. So it's almost like I'm staying in a crunch position. And here I go. Lift, lower, tuck in. If you do better with your head and shoulders on the ground, get them there. And focus on the movement and range of motion in your legs. Fifteen seconds. Last one right here. Good, hug your knees, come on up. All right, lunges with the hip hinge. Remember, if you're good with your balance, grab both weights. If you need the help, only hold one weight. You can grab something if you need it. I'm standing on my right leg first. My left leg's on back. Here we go. Lunge, tap, hinge, full posture. Lunge, tap, hinge. Same leg moves the whole time. We're not alternating. Ten seconds. Last one right here. Keep the weights in your hands. Remember what leg you moved. We're going back to the bicep curl, shoulder press. So I'm gonna give you the option, whatever part of that you want to work more on, double it up. So here we go. Give me 2 bicep curls. 1, 2, 1 shoulder press. So you can do it the opposite way and do 1 bicep curl, 2 shoulders. I think everybody here wants that arm action. We get a lot of shoulder work anyway. When we get down for planks, we have that other side shoulder raise that we're doing both in the beginning and at the end of this circuit. So I'm sure your shoulders are going to be feeling it, whether or not you take those 2 presses here or not. Last set. Good job. All right. Back to that other round with the legs. This time my left leg stays still. My right leg is moving. Ready? Let's go. Lunge it back. Find your balance. Take your hinge. Full posture. I never try to incorporate any more than 4 different moves in any one sequence. That way you can find good rhythm. So if you hear me talking out loud with those rhythms, that's just me. Step back, tap, hinge, posture. It's just a great way for me to make sure that I'm hitting every aspect of this movement that I want without skipping anything, without rushing it. Last one right here. Good. Change weights if you need to. We're going for those double tricep kickbacks. Knees bent, tip forward from your hips. Back is flat, elbows are high. Ready? Let's go. Your option here, if this body position doesn't feel right, and you happen to have a chair nearby, go do chair dips. As you push the weights back, reach your head forward. That helps keep the spine aligned. Helps you hold those weights back a little bit longer. 15 seconds. Good. Come on down to the floor. We're going to go to those legs up crunches. If you're feeling good about yourself, bring a light weight with you. Remember, if you don't do crunches, let me see those leg raises or scissor kicks. If you've got that weight, hold it on the edge like this, one in each hand, legs up, stretch it back, come through. Remember, you can have that same technique we did before where you have one hand behind your head, the other hand is reaching between your feet. I'll tell you when to switch. Switch arms right now if you're using that hand behind the head technique. 10 seconds. Last one. Good, drop it down, come on your feet. Hold that one weight if you need it. This is our plie squat with the side lunge. I'm going to change this up just a little bit. For the first half, we're only going to do the lunge to the right, and we'll switch it up. So, wide stance. Ready? Let's go. Deplie, lunge to the right. Back to the center, back to a plie. Same side, right. I'll tell you when we start going left. Ready? Let's go left on your next one. Remember, when you hit that lunge, don't bend forward. Just glide to the side. We got 2 more to go. Good, drop that head weight. 2 weights for your side shoulder raise. And remember, we switched this technique into a bent over row halfway through. For now, let's go. Out to the side. Higher than your shoulders, but not higher than your head. Remember, if the side doesn't work for your shoulders, give me a front raise like this. Remember when we switched to the row, same body technique as your tricep. Knees bent, leaning forward. Ready? Let's go. Right here, from floor to shoulder. Floor to shoulder. Elbows reaching high. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 2 more. Last one. Good, put your weights down. That's the end of round number 2. 2 down, 1 to go. Grab some water, stretch something if you need it. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you're feeling good. All right. This is where you make it or break it in round 3. Round 1, you learn and warm up. Round 2, you perfect it. Round 3, you go for it. So heavier weights if you've got them. Maybe pick up the pace a little bit. Maybe hold the harder technique a little bit longer. Something to where by the time we're finished in that little time circuit, you're done. You couldn't do any more. Again, first exercise, squat with the butt squeeze. Again, hold your heavy weights either on your shoulders or by your side. If you only want one weight, hold it up under your chin. Ready? Let's go. If you want more work in your quads, just like we did with that bicep curl and shoulder press, do 2 squats before you come on up and lift the leg, kind of like this. 1 squat, 2 squats before you get to your butt squeeze. Just a thought to mix it up. 15 seconds. Last one. Good. Hands and knees, lightweight. If you happen to have 2 weights, guys, use the light weight for the shoulder raise, heavy weight for the donkey kick. That's what I'm gonna do. Again, I'm gonna start in that full straight arm plank off my knees. Hold it as long as I can. Ready? Let's go. This is a 5-pound dumbbell. I'm pushing out to the side. I've used an 8 before, but I certainly can't do that for 45 seconds. "15 seconds. I'm going longer in the plank on this round. I think I can hold it. Two more. Good job. Okay, if you're going to use that light weight behind your knee, I'm going to ask you to take that hand off the ground. If you can go with the heavier weight like I am, I'm going to keep both hands down. Ready? Set your position. Again, if you're on light weight, hold that opposite leg, excuse me, that opposite arm behind your back. If you opted for a heavier weight like I did, I'm going to keep both arms down for balance. Focus on the hip and glute work. Fifteen seconds. Last one. All right, good job. Let's get ready for that shoulder raise on the other side. Ready? Here we go. Set it up. Abs in tight, and let's move. Again, the position of your hand in terms of facing back or to the side is of less importance compared to your core stability, your range of motion, and the control you have of the weight. 15 seconds. Two more. Good job. Same options, light weight behind your knee. You're holding your opposite hand on your low back. Heavier weight, you can keep both hands down. Ready? Let's move. Flexed foot. Hold that knee bend at 90. Fifteen seconds. Two more. And you're on your back. Hug your knees. Now that knee tuck with the leg extension is an easier version than keeping a leg straight. So if you want more intensity, first thing, head and shoulders stay up. Second thing, legs stay straight the whole time as you lower and lift. Again, that knee tuck here kind of gives yourself a little bit of a lower ab crunch at the end of the motion, but it does take away some of the constant tension in your upper abs. So these, no way is wrong or right, just feels different. 15 seconds. Last one. Good, hug your knees, come on up. Lunge with the hip hinge. I'm just gonna grab one weight on this one because I'm gonna work on opening up my hip some. So weight is in my right hand. I'm standing on my right leg. My left leg is gonna do the moving. So here we go. Step back. And now without a weight in that right hand, as I lift, I can rotate. When I had both weights in my hand, it forced me to keep that hip closed because that arm was in the way. So again, just a different technique. It's less weight that I've got to move up and down, but it frees up the hip for a different range of motion. Last one. Grab both the weights you've got for your bicep curls. You're really gonna go crazy now. 5 bicep curls in a row, 1 shoulder press. Pick up the pace with me. Ready? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Throw it up. Again, find your own pace now. 15 seconds. One more round. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press. Good. Hip hinge. Lunge on the other side. Again, I'm switching it up. Holding it in my left hand. Standing on my left leg. Right leg is doing the moving. Ready? Let's go. I'm still lunging, tapping, hinging, full posture. 10 seconds. Let's try to squeeze in 2 more. Last one coming up. Good, drop the weight, hit the floor. Legs up. Now this time as I reach that hand, I'm not using a weight this time. Legs are up, feet are apart. I'm gonna reach up and reach for the opposite foot. Again, if you're not crunching with me, you're doing scissor kicks. My right hand is going to my left foot, which means my torso is twisting a little bit as I come up. Listen for my call to switch coming up here. Ready? Change it. 10 seconds. One more. Hug your knees, come on up. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. 3 more exercises. Grab your weights for triceps. Little different technique here, guys. As I push my hands back, I'm gonna flip them to the ceiling. Watch my hands. As I get back, I'm turning my palms toward the ceiling, and then I'm rotating back. So at the very end of that movement, rotate your wrists. Gives you just a little extra squeeze in a different part of that muscle. Remember, your option here is to go to the chair, get some chair dips going. Ten seconds. Last one right here. Good. Drop your weights. No weights on this last set of plies and lunges. And just follow me here. Okay. Plie position. Just the plies. Ready? Go. Drop down. Pulse. 3 times. Come all the way up. Go. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze your butt on the way up. No, I did not forget about the lunge part. That's coming. So just notice now we have our toes turned out. When I say switch, it's either going to come in, facing forward. Let's go. Toes in. Now, get to one side. Don't stand up. Go to the other. Go to the other. Come on. Stay as low as you can and just glide side to side. 4, 3, 2, one more. Good. Grab your weights for your bent over rows and flies. Last one here, guys. Arms by your side. Ready? Let's go. Higher than your shoulder, not higher than your head. Switch, bend and pull. Three more. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Weights down. Quick sip of water. I told you your arms and shoulders would get a little bit of a work. So take that left arm across, look over your left shoulder, and pull it in. Drop it and switch. Pull that other one over. Look over your shoulder. Take that left arm straight up, bend it like you're trying to scratch your back, grab your elbow, and pull it back for a tricep stretch. Reach both arms up and switch. Drop that right one back behind you. Hands go tall, reach them wide, let them come back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Push your hands away, let your shoulder blades roll back together. Good, grab that left foot. Hold on to something if you need it. Good, drop and just change. Take one leg out in front of you. That leg stays straight. The back leg bends a little bit. Chin towards your knee. And switch. Way to start your Monday, guys. Thank you all for coming. That was a strong, strong workout. I appreciate your effort. Come back and chat if you like. I'm gonna keep Zoom on for a little bit. I do have another engagement I gotta get to in about 7 minutes. So have a great Monday and a great week.